What's going on, everybody? It's your guy, Two Real Anime, and today, man, we will be talking about the Boruto chapter 79. And yo, guys, you already know the deal, man. The chapter itself was insane. 10 out of 10 chapter, man. But before I begin, I want to thank everyone who's just now coming in. And if you are new to the channel, I want to thank you very much. And if you are feeling the video, by the end of the video, hit that subscribe and that like, man. Let's continue. So as we seen through the chapter, man, this is just getting insane, bro. Like I'm talking about, like, this is next level peak, man. And yeah, man, we're gonna have haters out here. We're gonna have haters, just like it was haters for the newest episode today. It was haters, man. It's haters all the time, man. But to get back to this chapter, man, it was very good, in my opinion. And also, this basically showed us that Ada's true power has yet to be seen, because I don't think this is the last we're going to see of it. Now, I also think that bringing in characters like Code will also intrigue the story a whole bunch right now. Seeing how Kawaki will basically get caught off guard, in my opinion. And I can also see a big fight coming between Ada and Daemon. And I can also see Daemon starting to feel a little neglected by Ada, since she's worrying so much about Kawaki and what Kawaki has to do and his well-being and stuff like that. Now, the main thing I really want to get to in this chapter is, of course, Sarada is not affected by Ada's abilities or whatever, but Sasuke is. And that's just one of the main, like, backwards things I've ever seen in my life. Like, you're talking about the strongest Uchiha, the last Uchiha pretty much besides Sarada. We're talking about the strongest Uchiha has succumbed to basically a godly power. I mean, bruh, you'd have been hit with genjutsu by your brother and he didn't even lift a finger. So, I mean, granted, that was younger Sasuke at the time, but we're getting to a more evolved Sasuke. So I know his visual powers and basically his mental status is way above than what he was then. Now, we can basically see where this story is definitely going to go from here. Boruto is definitely going to end up being rogue, in which, of course, Sarada might end up joining him, or Sarada might do a little recon and basically stay back in the village to see what Kawaki is up to, or to pretty much see if Kawaki notices that she is not affected by Ada's ability. Now, of course, a lot of people have speculated that there are other people that aren't affected by Ada's abilities. And me personally, I feel like there is too. I feel like there's definitely a handful of people that's probably not affected by her abilities that will probably remember Boruto. Now, like I said, with Sasuke, it's going to be a little different for him to actually break out of that trance. You know, from what I see a lot of people, especially this dope theory that I seen, that Boruto got the headband from Sasuke as a gift, basically just in case something like this happens. But I believe it's going to be something else that triggers Sasuke memory, but that headband, because that headband, he can look at that headband and be like, hey, that can come from anywhere. You know, that can literally come from anywhere. And since he swapped the memories, you know, he can literally think that, okay, well, Boruto must have stole this from Kawaki. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, with the EMS and with the abilities that Sasuke has, he can actually pierce through memories and stuff like that. And he can also erase memories. Now, listen, guys, this may sound ridiculous right now, but the way the story is going, it needs a setup for Inosuke backstory at this moment, because there's not much we know about what Momoshiki is speaking of if we didn't have a backstory to begin with. And that's why I feel like chapter 80 and 81 definitely need to divulge on, is definitely more about Momoshiki and why, what, and where, and who, and how. That's the things we need to know about the Osusuki at this point, because him knowing this information chapters back and didn't mention it until it actually happened just proves that Momoshiki doesn't know what he's talking about. Like I said in one of my last videos, Momoshiki doesn't know what he's talking about, or Momoshiki is just literally dumb as fuck. And I'm gonna just say that, man. I believe Momoshiki is dumb as fuck because look about it, bro. You literally want this to happen. You want him to fall into despair, but you don't want him to get killed. Like, bro, why didn't you just tell Boruto, hey, Boruto, you're gonna have to kill Ada, bro, because she has something planned. Now, even though Momoshiki didn't fully see the prophecy, he probably know the prophecy, but he probably didn't see the prophecy. He probably foreseen it, but he didn't actually see it. So like I said, guys, it's just a lot of backward stuff going on right now that I really, really hope they do fix. Like I said, the plot to the story has really begun. And what we're going to see in the future of Boruto, in my opinion, is going to be really, really good. As far as where the story is taking us right now, with their lives being reversed. Now, Boruto being a road ninja really makes a whole lot of sense, man, because, Boruto needs that independency. He needs that time to get out on his own and to actually learn the world and actually learn Momoshiki's powers. And like I said videos before, him and Momoshiki will have to fight mentally. Boruto and Momoshiki will have to battle. They will have to fight. There will be some type of mental fight that will have to go on between them in order for Boruto to come out of this. Now, there actually might be one more thing that rots Boruto to the core, and I believe that might be the death of Sasuke. Now, if it could come to Sasuke possibly dying to Boruto hands, that will also be great for the storyline. That will also put Sarda against him also, but that will make him pretty much Sarda like a Naruto in a sense. That will make him like a Naruto because she would pretty much be like, okay, well, my best friend just killed my father, the same way how Sasuke pretty much tried to kill everybody around Naruto. So, man, it's really going to be good, man. If this story goes the way it's supposed to go, man, and they just continue on and they, keep using more Otsutsuki lore for us and putting that out there, I believe that'll be good, man, because we didn't know anything about omnipotence before this or Ada's godly power, or if we even knew Ada had that much of Shiobai's DNA inside of her. Pause. So we all know what's good with that. You know what I'm saying? We know Amato is very sus right now, man. We cannot trust that dude at all because he is not affected by Ada's. I don't think Amato's affected at all. Me personally, I've been said Amato has powers of his own. I believe he also has Shiabai DNA in him, but I believe it's not seen yet. I believe it's only going to be seen when he wants it to be seen. And the reason why I feel like he really needs Kawaki bad, of course, is to resurrect his daughter, to use the karma, but that'll be backwards because that don't make no sense, bro. You're too smart not to just go ahead. You made a freaking clone of Kashi and Ko. You made a clone of Jiraiya, my guy. You made a literal fucking clone. You took DNA from an Otsutsuki and put it into two people and basically reinventing them. Like, that don't make no sense. And you can't make a clone of your daughter. It don't make no sense. That's why I feel like the clone of his daughter it has to be some link to the Otsutsuki. It has to be some type of link to the Otsutsuki, man. That's why I feel like we need an Otsutsuki backstory at this moment, because there's not much we know, and there's a lot that we need to know about the Otsutsuki going forward. We just can't keep learning it each chapter bits by bits, because that's going to make the readers feel less attracted to the story, because we're just not going to know shit about Momoshiki or Shinjitsu. Like Momoshiki said, he knows thousands of years worth of Shinjitsu. Okay, bro, you're going to have to start naming some of them shits off, my guy, or at least just give us a hint, or at least tell us like, okay, well, hopefully Momoshiki has that moment where he just does that little flashback and he's like, okay, well, back home, I used to get slapped around by, my Otsutsuki daddy, and it'd be a lot, man. It'd be a lot that they have to put into that, man. Honestly, guys, it's just getting ridiculous at this point that they're not doing a full Otsutsuki backstory for a whole chapter. Just give us a whole chapter of an Otsutsuki backstory, just a flashback of Momoshiki's past, or even a flashback of Ishiki's past. Either one would be very great to me, or even a flashback of Amato's past. That's what we need, and that's why I feel like Ada could not see into Amato's thoughts. when Ada used her Senrigan, it always shows a visual representation of what she's talking about. When she looked back in time, it did not show a real visual representation of how Amato's daughter died. It didn't show any of that. And she only confirmed that it did. She didn't show that it did. She confirmed it, which I believe is BS, which I believe Amato still controls her, regardless of what any of us thinks. You know, as long as that dude has on those glasses, he can control stuff. Even if he don't have on the glasses, I feel like he can still control stuff because he embedded himself with ninja tech also. So these are all facts. Amato embedded himself with ninja tech. So we know that. We know that already. So, man, there's a lot of stuff this story has to catch up on. And I feel like this right here, this chapter was a 10 out of 10. Hopefully the next few chapters, man, we'll be getting straight heat from now on in. But guys, this will be the end of the video. I want to thank everyone who joined today. And if you are new and you have felt this video by the end, hit that like and that subscribe, man. I appreciate you. It's your guy, 2Real Anime. I'm out.